between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Hitting and hollering. It was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
So that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Rams had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And a Falcon first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And brought down there by Taylor Rapp.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Stafford. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 22. To throw is Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is taken at the 23. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Okay, ready?
They're going to try and throw. He's got a man, complete. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here we go.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Patterson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Throwing is Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have moved out in front. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Terrell Lewis. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Ready, set.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Going up top for Kupp. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got a man, complete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson.
I'm sorry,
First touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Rams 9.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 36, Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. On first down, Stafford here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Falcons 17, Rams 9.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And now here's another interception. It's Eric Harris who picks it. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
Ultra.
He'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into the hands of London. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, 20.
Second.
Back to throw again. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Another completion right back to Patterson. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Ready.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. It's a quarterback sneak, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ridder with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st down at Stafford. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Troy Anderson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The 1st sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To try again after the sack. Stafford, that's into the hands of Akers, complete. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Monday.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw is Stafford. Complete. Jefferson to target. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. Your tackler almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.